So, we've all taken drug education courses as elementary school students, and we've all heard the statistics that 50,000 people die from alcohol poisoning each year, along with 400,000 people that die of tobacco related causes every year. And I'm willing to guarantee that not that many people die from any type of marijuana related cause. And these are both legal drugs, along with the safest one out of the three being illegal. Not to mention, caffeine is a very dangerous drug, but you don't hear about it. It's addictive and it can also cause a lot of health problems. And nobody talks about how dangerous caffeine is. And not only that, but there's a ton of propaganda, marijuana propaganda, that's sold. So why do they put advertisements for marijuana on t-shirts and hats and gloves and all this other stuff when it's illegal? It doesn't make sense. They're allowed to sell the propaganda, but they can't sell the product that they're advertising. That makes no sense at all. Not to mention, billions of dollars is spent by the government to catch people who are smoking marijuana. I mean, they have to pay for their attorney, they have to pay for all the stuff that they have to basically pay for another bed filled in jail, and that's really expensive. And like, nobody realizes how expensive it is to lock people away for smoking pot. And honestly, if we legalized it, they could tax it and make money, and that money could go to way more important causes like drug education programs. But instead, they choose to spend billions and billions of dollars to keep a relatively safe drug illegal. Not to mention, when the United States tried prohibition of alcohol, it was an epic fail. And now the exact same thing's happening with marijuana. I mean, does making it illegal really stop anyone from doing it? Maybe. But from what I see in my town, if people want to smoke pot, they smoke pot, whether it's illegal or not. Not only that, but a lot of people that are against the legalization of marijuana, they state their case as it being against the Bible and things like that. Well, that goes against church and state, and it's unconstitutional because using church matters to make a law goes against church and state, which is stated in the Constitution. So that is out. That's not a reason to illegalize it. And also, marijuana has a lot of medical uses. Like, it can relieve nausea in cancer and AIDS patients. It can be used as a sleep aid, and it can also push appetites upon people with eating disorders because, anyone who smoked pot will know that it makes you hungry. So, with all these medical uses, and with the amount of money that the government puts into it, and how much safer it is than some of these legal drugs, I don't see any reason for it to be illegal. And then there's also the whole thing about how it impairs judgment and motor skills, but so does alcohol. And not only that, but marijuana, the impairment is so much less significant than it is in alcohol. And again, it's illegal when alcohol isn't. And then tobacco and alcohol, they also both have restrictions. Things like you can't smoke in certain places, you have to be a certain age to do both of these drugs, and you can't drive while drinking, things like that. So if it makes them happy, put restrictions on the legalization of marijuana. And does it really seem smart for it to be legalized in one state, but illegal in 49 states? No. Because if people are that desperate for it, then they ship it. I mean, they pay people to carry it across state borders. So if they're gonna illegalize it, then they might as well do it in all 50 states, right? So I see no real reason for marijuana to be illegal, and I think they should legalize it.